Okay. West Coast.
Oh
Kicking out
boy.
the summer right.
Oh boy. Yeah.
What up, Q? Yeah, I'm about to see. You saw Bad Boys yet or no?
Now I'm gonna go see that this week.
Got you.
Check that
Yeah, I'll
out.
probably see it. I'll probably see it tomorrow.
Yep.
So these people are just getting so much. I'm about to send you some shit on the group me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. Everyone's talking about Will Smith is making a comeback. I'm like, he never left, motherfucker.
It's a comeback because of the slap. They were trying to cancel homie. I was like, we ain't
All
canceling
right.
Will Smith over Diddy. Fuck that shit.
It's like saying we ain't canceling Will Smith over this. Mind you, when the slap happened,
All Will did was just slap a nigga. That's all he did. You know.
mm, mind you, Diddy was trying to play the peacemaker, talking about let's all calm down after the whole slap
Yeah.
incident.
Yeah, because he didn't want people to find out about his dirt.
He a funny nigga.
Yes, that's my joint right there.
My day was actually pretty good, Q. I was off. Deliveries was booming today. I was like, yes.
Yo, somebody got the track listing for the leaked Wu-Tang album.
They got a track listed for what?
The album that they sold to Martin Scully or whatever.
Yeah.
They got the track listing like with everybody like all the features on it.
Oh wow.
It's a double album, another double album that RZA didn't want nobody to hear in 88 years and shit. That's wild.
That part. The niggas get mad when he sold it to a white guy. Okay.
Right. Why wouldn't you want nobody to hear it though? And it's like features with like the Wu disciples, like Sons of Man is on here, Killer Sin.
Oh yeah, they
Shit
got
is crazy.
everybody on that shit.
Yeah, everybody's on it. It's like a probably the most versatile Wu album.
I heard Cher was on that album too.
I ain't see her name on here. I see Particle Son, 12 o'clock, Shabazz the Disciple, Papa Wu. Everybody's on this shit. I ain't see Cher name on here though. I heard about that too. That before like years ago that she was on it, but I didn't see her name on here. Shaheem is on it.
Oh wow.
That shit is crazy. That's if it's even real. They said the album started as the sequel to Heavy Mental, and it just turned into the double Wu album.
That's interesting.
It is. We need a documentary for this shit.
Dame Dash offered Kendrick Lamar a stake in for Rockefeller after Kendrick said Reasonable Doubt is better than Illmatic.
That is wild. That is wild, yo.
Or what I said?
Yeah. I heard about that shit, but I don't understand Dame. Is Jay-Z blocking him from selling? Why is he blocking him from selling his share of Rockefeller?
I don't know.
So Dame and Biggs could have their share and they could do whatever they want with it, but they don't want Dame to do what he want with his share. I don't understand that.
I feel like it's more to the story.
Of course there is, or that's just Jay being petty. Let that nigga do what he want with his share. Like he is a part of Rockefeller, whether Jay like it or not. There ain't no Rockefeller without Dame. You know, if he wants to sell it, let him sell it. He has that right.
I'm about to start in about 2 minutes.
Y'all gotta send me this list. This list is funny.
Well, this.
Top 10 top 10 most underachieving rappers of all time. Damage goods.
What?
Yo, who be making these people making some fugazi ass lists, dude? And
I don't even. I don't.
They got Joel Santana #1.
I don't even
Damaged
understand
goods.
what this list is about.
They
Damage goods.
called them damaged goods.
Hold on, wait a minute. Okay, they already also. First of all, Sagon had label issues. First of all,
Right. And he had a
that
classic
was,
album. And he had
and
a
he had a
classic.
classic. Jay
None of these niggas
Electronica.
on this list got a classic.
Yeah, Jay Electronica belongs here. I actually like
Yeah.
Sci the Princess. No Still on Sunday album. That was
Yeah, but
actually a dope.
that wasn't no classic though. That ain't no
It's
classic.
not a classic. Joel
And they
OT.
forgot Joe Budden. Joe Budden needs to be on this list also.
Yeah, get Joel out of here. Joel's been putting in work. What you
Yeah.
mean?
Well, it says slightly. I don't understand what that means.
I don't understand that shit
It's
either.
slightly damaged goods. I don't.
Now,
It's
Cannabis,
funny.
Ali Vegas, okay, all right. PD Crack, yeah, I'm not a big PD Crack fan. Young
PD
Chris
Crap
is
was
dope,
good, but Jay was the one that blocked his album from coming out
of course.
because he said that on the what's his name, DJ Vlad interview like a couple years ago, that it was Jay that blocked the album from coming out. If anybody was gonna blow from state property, it was PD Crack for sure. He was the star of that crew.
Fact.
And for whatever reason, Jay blocked his album from coming out. So he should have been put out a whole bunch of albums. He only got like a couple mixtapes. Corey Guns, him too. He should have been out. There's 2 state property members on here. That shit was funny. This nigga said damaged goods. Dope Papoose on that list also.
Facts.
Right? He got the $1 million deal for on flip mode. And what happened with the album? Label shelved it.
That's funny.
He ain't been the
My
same,
man,
and he lost his woman.
my man is start whenever you are.
Let's go.
What's up, you two? How's everyone doing? It's your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy trying to build in with me.
Yo.
And tonight, well, today we're going to talk about the Dog Pound's recent album that they came out with on Death Row Records. Yeah, surprisingly. W.A.W.G. You know what I'm saying? This album came out May 31st, 2024. You know what I'm saying? WAWG stands for We All We Got. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like a nod to CMB. We all we got. You know, from
Yeah,
New Jack City and shit like that too. But at the same time too, it's just like just based on their history together as well too. If that makes sense. I featured guests include Snoop Dogg, the Dog Pound. Well, of course Snoop Dogg. I'm not even gonna say a featured guest because Snoop Dogg is in the Dog Pound as well. The East Siders, Bliss, Tresmatic, Butch Cassidy, Lady of Rage, The Baby, Jane Hancock, October London, and RBX. Producers include DJ Battlecat, DJ Premier, Jelly Roll, Mike and Keys, Rick Rock, and Superfly. And the Dog Pound consists of members Corrupt, Daz. Those are the two main members, but if you want to like count the extended members, then you can say Snoop, Nate Dogg. I would even throw in Lady of Rage too. You know what I'm saying? What's motherfucker's name? What's motherfucker? Excuse me, but yeah. So I think it's the first review we did it for Dog Pound now because we do Dog. I think I did Dog Food solo.
dog food.
Yeah,
I can't remember if we ever did that one. I thought we did Kelly's
yeah.
Active. We didn't do that.
Nah, we never did that one.
Yeah. And then we never talked about on Dog Pound album. Then I mean, it's been a long time since they had anything good.
Yeah, not together and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, how did you get into the Dog Pound?
Shit, Death Row, man. They just that
That's
whole
cool.
era of the Chronic and Doggy Style and Murder Was the Case. All those classic albums, All Eyes on Me. Like they were just next up. After Snoop came out with Doggy Style and he blew up, it was them in '95, and um, just from the work that they did on the Chronic, the tracks that they were on, it was just dope. They were, to Corrupt and Daz and another underrated duo in my opinion that really don't get a lot of mention with all the other duos in hip hop. And you know I was definitely a fan of Death Row in that era. You know what I'm saying? And Dog Food to me is a classic. I've always said that. The production, the mixing by Dre, Corrupt's lyrics. He was definitely and still is one of the best lyricists to me. And for what they did, during that time was just epic. You know what I'm saying? And even when they went solo, Daz, we talked about Daz first solo album, that was great. Classic solo album. Corrupt had his classic with Streets of the Mother, and he dropped albums after that, and even individually they were dope. And it's been a long time coming because I like Cali is Active. I thought that was a dope album, and then they've done like other albums and mixtapes and stuff. During the 2000s, and this has been a long time coming. I'm glad that they got back together, and they got Snoop back involved, and he's calling the shots. And this one is one of those, man. Like I think people gonna be talking about this album for a long time.
Right. Yeah, man. To me, I got into the Dog Pound. Just getting into the whole Death Row stuff and hearing the Dog Food album and whatnot, and just loving the music like New York, New York. What was that track they did? Smooth. I don't want to dream about getting paid, and just hearing how corrupting dads always puts in work, no matter what the fucking do. Like their chemistry has always been so fucking unique. When it came to like their style. You know what I'm saying? I always felt like they were pretty much like the how can I put unsung heroes when it comes to West Coast hip hop, in my personal opinion. Now, granted, I'm gonna be real with you. A lot of their discography post Dog Food was kind of hit or miss for me, which we'll talk
Yeah,
about that. But they always like remain consistent and everything like that too. Corrupts still doing his thing to this day. Dad's still doing his thing on the beats as well too. And yeah, definitely iconic group. Alright. So long story short, like I said, I've done a review on the Dog Food album years ago. I've also done a review of the Corruption album. We recently talked about the Daz's album Retaliation, Revenge album and shit like that too. So after that, they left Death Row Records because Death Row was just like a sunken ship at that time, and pretty much Corrupt left Death Row first. When he dropped the Corruption album, and then fast forward to 1999, he dropped the Streets Is a Mother album, which a lot of fans have said that's his best album. I'm gonna be real with you. I do like that album. You know what I'm saying? What I call it
Uh,
a classic. What I call it a classic album. I have to re-listen to it to really be. I have to re-listen to it. I don't think I've done a review on that album, but I know that it's a big step above the Corruption album. To be real. And then Daz made his own label, Mob Style Music, and everything like that too. And pretty much, it's kind of crazy too because he was independent. But from what I looked up, this was like after he came out with the Retaliation album. Like this, an indie deal fell through, and he had to go back to Death Row Records and stuff like that too, just to finish up his contract. He was there. He started his own label called DPG Records, and that's when he dropped his next album, Raw, in 2000. Which I've heard bits and pieces of that album. That one was pretty decent. Excuse me. That one was pretty decent. Not only one of my not it's not really good as Retaliation, Revenge, and Get Back in my opinion, but and then they followed that up with the next Dog Pound album called Dillinger and Young Gotti. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that one. That one I heard too. That was dope.
You like that one?
I mean, it had some joints. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't promoted though. It was like, when Young Gotti was putting out like a lot of mixtapes, and Daz was putting out shit, and I got one of Daz's mixtapes, but it wasn't promoted. It was just like straight underground.
Got you. Yeah, I gotta be listening to that one. But around the early 2000s, it was kind of like a heavy time for the group because for one, Suge Knight came out of prison and he claimed ownership of the Dog Pound name. And so, pretty much with that being the case, he actually released a Dog Pound album under the road. When he pretty much rechristened Death Row Records, and he called it 2002. And those were pretty much like unreleased Dog Pound tracks from like the Death Row tenure. Also, too, Daz had to change the marketing name to DPG. You know what I'm saying? But the biggest controversy came when they actually got into a beef because Corrupt actually went back to Death Row Records in 2002, and he actually became the vice president of the label. And there's been like a lot of reasons why he did that. A lot of people have said that he actually got some legal hit shit, and he had to go to Suge's help. And you know how Suge Knight, he wanted to do something in exchange and shit like that too. And so this pretty much caused a beef between Corrupt, Daz, and Snoop. Well, Corrupt against Daz and Snoop. And I talked about this when we did the Pay the Cost to Be the Boss album when the song Pimp slapped. But Snoop was throwing shots at Suge and Corrupt and stuff like that too. And Daz, he also threw some shots at him. I know he did a diss track where he called it No Vaseline. He rapped over the No Vaseline beat, which that was a dope ass track though. You know what I'm saying? That was a pretty dope. It's not, of course, it's not touching the Ice Cube track, but still, you know what I'm saying? And he pretty much was also dissing Ja Rule and Benzino at that time too. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward to 2004, Corrupt dropped his fourth solo album, Against the Grain. You know what I'm saying? Which I did not like that album to be real with you.
I
Mostly the
have that one.
production.
That's from '05, I think.
Yeah, yeah, oh
Yeah, I
05.
have that one. That Against the Grain album.
Yeah, I didn't care for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because at that point, I'm gonna be real, who was really listening to Death Row at that time? Because who was actually on Death? I know Crooked Eye was already gone and shit like that too. But yeah, man. But also around that time, around like the 2005, 2006, Corrupted Dads actually squashed the beef and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? And they felt guilty about letting shit go down south because they grew up together. They were close friends, and so they started making a new album called Dillinger and Young Gotti 2. The saga continues. You know what I'm saying? And so also too, they signed a deal with Snoop's Doggy Style Records, and they dropped the Cali is Active album, which that one I did like. I did like Cali is Active. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm not gonna call it great. It was more good in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It has some joints like what was that one joint? Slow Your Roll was pretty cool. I like the title track. You know what I'm saying? That was pretty decent. Um, but then fast forward the next year, they came out with the Dog Shit album in '07. You know what I'm saying? Which I heard some of it. I wasn't really too big on that one, but I might have to re-listen to it to be real with you. You know what I'm saying? So around like the 20 teens, they were pretty much doing a lot of like guest projects and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? It was at one point Corrupt was actually talking about forming a super group with him, King T, Sir Jinx, Gangsta of the Conrads, MC8, and the Chill. That would have been ill. Wow. Ooh. But I don't know what happened with that. They were supposed to have had another super group with Corrupt Daz, Lady of Rage, and RBX. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think they actually officially came out as a super group.
He
But
that That's did a lot of collab albums. He got one with the Cousins album with him and Snoop. That
yep,
was dope. And he got a album with him and W.A.W.G.
yeah, I heard about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And so fast forward to 2024, which is this year. They actually was working on an album. Trying to do on the new Death Row Records, which is pretty much Snoop Dogg took ownership back of Death Row Records and everything like that too. As we talked about a couple months ago, the October London, he was like one of the first artists to really have an album out from that new Chris and Death Row and shit. So yeah.
Yeah, his album
Oh
was
wow,
fire. Definitely.
you should, yeah, that was a good album.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check out this Jane Hancock, World of Woman, and looking that up. Shit. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting. We're living in the age when Bad Boy is falling down and Death Row Records is surviving.
hmm That's
That's
karma.
interesting.
That's what that is.
Yeah, this is
I
the
tell
album
you,
cover.
we need to get I'll be sure somebody, to bring back Bad Boy because Diddler's done.
Did he do it? Did he do it? Mm. But yeah, this is the album cover right here. Pretty dope black and white album cover. Nothing to it. This album got about 14 tracks, and we're gonna get started with the intro. Pretty dope intro. Just pretty much Snoop doing like a voiceover and everything like that. Too, you know what I'm saying? Just talking about what you can expect for this album, and everything like that too. Just pretty much setting the whole tone. I like it.
Yeah, the beat was fire. Love the beat. It was melodic. Snoop just, I think doing the presentation of the album and reintroducing the Dog Pound again. And I loved it. I think it's a great intro, man. Definitely.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. Next track we got is the title track. Yeah, the title track. No, excuse me, Smoke Up. That's the next track. Love this record right here. This is like a West Coast banger. You know, nice little summertime kind of feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Rick Rock actually did the beat to this one. So yeah, this
Yeah.
one was very dope. I love the synthesizers and everything like that too.
Ding, 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 ding. Fire. Love this joint. Um, you got what else Snoop said, niggas love talking shit, want to see the click slip, dip, skip, trip, nigga this crip, call for a meeting, proceed with the proceedings, everybody on deck, it's all part of respect. Love that joint. There's a video for this also. Um, just a banger. This def is some straight G shit over here. And I loved it.
Definitely. All right. Next track we got is the title track. We all we got. You know what I'm saying? This features the East Siders and stuff like that. The East Siders we being Snoop Scoop with like Trady and everything. You know what I'm saying? Love the sample. If you guys recognize that sample, pretty much that sample was used by cats like Granddaddy IU. But I think the best known person to use that was AZ. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So that was a pretty nice sample. Very, very dope. I kind of felt like, Trey D had the illest verse and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? I love the line where he says, riding through the city, dipping, sliding on spokes on the coast where we supposed. Niggas know the results, still abide by the guidelines, spoken the oath. You know what I'm saying? I'll always love that fucking line. He definitely want to end on that shit.
I love the chorus by Snoop. I got the gang back together, man. This is for y'all, all my dogs. That's on everything. Snoop's like the choruses on this album, like Snoop did most of them, and they just sounded fire. You know what I'm saying? And Daz liked his verse. He said 2-1 ST. These niggas zesty. Put a slug in your bestie. Disrespect me. That nigga Daz. You know the name. Gang hang bang. Do it like I do it, nigga. Chitty chitty bang bang. Loved his verse. East Side has killed it, and I love the sample like that bass line. That the same bass line that AZ used on Sugar Hill was just iconic.
I agree. All right. Next track we got is what's the next track?
I'm a dog.
I'm a dog. Thank you. Laptop is running slow. Okay. This is actually one of my favorites on this album. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna say it's my favorite on this album. You know what I'm saying? This is produced by Battle Cat, an ill, dope ass West Coast producer, if you ask me. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Love this fucking beat to this one. You know what I'm saying? Both Corrupt and Daz going in on the mic, going back and forth. What more can you want? This is a dope ass shit right here.
love the beat. The bass line has like a parliament sound to it. The synthesizers, Corrupt killed it. He said, "Nigga, don't ask Snoop. Nigga, don't ask Daz. Just ask the bitch dipping through the hood on Smash." Love this joint.
Definitely. All right, next track we got Need Some Space. Um, this one right here was pretty cool. It features Bliss. It's talking about a girl that did niggas wrong and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like you gotta need some space. You can't be around that negative energy all the fucking time and shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this one right here is very, very, very dope. I always love this fucking track.
Yeah, need some space. It's a short track because they only got like one verse, and then you got Blast on the. He's like doing the chorus, and I like it though. I think that bass line was dope. The beat, Blast has like that kind of like sing songy auto tune sound. It had like a old school G funk sound, but with the twist to it. And Corrupt saying, money, bitch, you ain't got no money. You the smartest bitch that I know. You big dummy. You was always cool. We used to chill and get high in high school. Man, I need space. So it's like sort of like they both like fed up with a relationship and just coming to the realization that they wanted out of that relationship, and telling the chick that they needed their own space. You know what I'm saying? And I
Right.
think this should be a single. You know what I'm saying? Like this was dope. It's one of my favorites on here.
Yeah, definitely a dope track. All right. Next song we got is After Need Some Space. We're gonna go to Favorite Color Blue.
It's my joint.
Um, yeah, man, this joint right here crazy and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? This is again produced by Rick Rock. Yeah, I think this is a single as well too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, this is just that vintage West Coast banging right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't get mad about this track.
Favorite color blue. You got that little white girl sample. My favorite color blue. Fire. This is my joint right here, man. What you think about
Definitely.
it?
Yeah, I fuck with this one. This is my one of my joints too.
I love it.
Definitely
I
joint.
think the video's out now. They've been playing it. I love Daz's verse. Expialidocious, blue keep me loking. 100 blue notes in the blue Chevy rolling. Light blue Carolina, light blue Nikes. One bitch matching the same. She just my type. Love this joint, man. This is the perfect single. It has that G funk bop to it. I love it.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Next joint we got after my favorite color blue. We're gonna go to Inside of Her. You know what I'm saying? This one again. You know what I'm saying? This was like a nice little summertime kind of vibe to it. It features Butch Cassidy and everything like that. Love Butch Cassidy on the chorus. Actually, yeah, yeah. Butch Cassidy's like
Yes,
mostly on this track. You know what I'm saying? So
he,
yeah,
he
this
was a
one right here
star
is
of
pretty
this for
ill.
sure. He was a
He
star of this for
was.
sure. Definitely, definitely loved it. The smooth, yeah, like a smooth groove to it. The beat, the bass line. This should be a single. I don't know if they're gonna put it out, but he definitely, Butch Cassidy definitely killed his joint.
Most definitely. All right, track number 8 we got is House Party. You know what I'm saying? This one again was featured Snoop. I like this one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Self-explanatory, just that cookout house party kind of vibe. So I like
right.
this one.
You got that loop. She's so ready tonight. I love that. That it gave me like it reminded me so much of like the SOS band and Cameo. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it had like it's something like from back in the '80s that from the funk bands that just that sample just the bass line was fire, the beat. Snoop on the chorus, dominoes in the front, got spades in the back, backyard in the hood where the gangsters at. We at the house party. Love that. This should be a single also. Definitely, this
Definitely.
should be a single. And I like the fact that like they just let the beat ride and then they got like short verses and they come in, on the track and they just let the beat just play and yeah, this is a party joint right here. Definitely, you know, corrupt.
Yeah, I
He said,
definitely agree with you.
Here's Patron, sip some wine, gin and juice, and fine. I love this track. This is one of the first tracks I heard actually when the album came out. So I'm like, yeah, this is a banger right here.
Yeah, I agree with you about this. Yeah, this definitely is a fire, fire, fire track. And now we're gonna get into After Hours, man. This is another one of my favorite joints on this album. You know what I'm saying? Very dope. It features Bush Cassidy, Snoop Dogg, and the baby. Yes, the baby. You know what I'm saying? Who actually sounded decent. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
I'm not even a big baby fan, but I'm just like, wow, he actually sounds decent on
Yeah.
this one.
They were like, nigga, you better rap on this shit.
Right, don't do
We don't
that
hear
Courage the
no
Cowardly
damn
Dog
mumbling.
flow and shit.
We don't hear no damn mumbling. You better rap on here.
That's all, folks.
Put a gun to that nigga head. You better rap.
But yeah, but as good as the baby was, he still got overshadowed in this song too. So
Yeah. Yeah, it was dope. Like I said, like I don't listen to the baby, but I'm pretty sure they told that nigga, you better rap. You ain't coming on no Dog Pound album and fucking this shit up. You know what I'm saying? And,
exactly,
and he had a dope feature. Snoop. I loved Snoop's verse. He said y'all been hanging out tough in the trench, homie. You thought he was your homie and he snitched on you. It's a shame how they fall like whole cuts. Not me and mine. We in prime and we roll up. Loved his verse. Like the whole song was banging.
definitely. All right, moving on. We got next track. O to L. What's fucked up? Next
LA
track
kind
is
of love.
L.A. Yeah, I started reading my notes instead of the title. But yeah, this is pretty much an ode to L.A. and everything like that too. Very very dope. This also can be seen as a single if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? So I like this one. This one's pretty hot.
This joint was like uh this is TRL pop. This is TRL pop shit right here. This is like an ode to
Really?
Cali, and like when I heard it, I'm like, yo, Dog Pound. This is like their version of the joint that Snoop did with Katy Perry. Remember that joint? And that was
Yeah, I remember that joint. I know which one you're
yeah,
talking
that was
about.
that was a big hit for her when she came out. She had Snoop in the video and everything, and this is like their version of that. Cause I could definitely see like Katy Perry or Becky G, Ariana Grande on the chorus and shit. So
Right.
I'm pretty sure like yo, you're not gonna put this joint on the album if you're not trying to make it a single. So at some point they're gonna definitely need to drop this.
I agree. All right. Next joint we got. Shit. Next joint we got. Come on. What's the next
You got
track? Cause
Grown Up.
my fucking grown up. Yeah. Yeah, that one was a pretty dope track too. It's just pretty much talking about where they are in their lives and not making the same mistakes they made when they were younger and shit, you know what I'm saying? So I actually like that track. Very relatable track indeed.
Yes. This should be a single also because just the whole message in it, like, they're done, they're not young no more, they're done being in the streets and living, wildlife, and they got kids, they got grandkids, to grow up with, and again you got Snoop on the chorus, and I can't run these streets no more because I've grown up. Find myself at peace one more because I love that. Corrupt his verse, I'm elevated, family dedicated, I made it. Grown all on my own. I had to make a change. I'm looking at things a little different. I got grandchildren, self resilient. This is how I'm living. Love this joint. Like I said, it should be a single. I think it's a great track on here.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. This one definitely should be a single. Um, After Grown Up, we're gonna go into the next track, which is The Weekend.
Yeah.
Very, very, very dope track too. You know what I'm saying? This features October London and Jay Hancock and produced by Superfly. Yeah, this track was fucking nice, man. It has like a little nice R&B feel to it.
hmm Yeah, I loved it. I loved the beat, the funky bass line. To me, I think Jane Hancock and October London were the stars of this track easily. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The choruses that Jane did, and October has his verse, and he came in, and they both were great together. They both sounded great on this song, and it has like a G funk R&B type of sound to it, and I loved it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. You know what I'm saying? Next track we got is Always on My Mind. This is pretty much an ode to like fallen soldiers and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So like Nate Dogg, Badass, Nipsey, and everything. So yeah, this one was a nice little heavy track.
Right. So like a dedication to like they fallen loved ones. It had a slow beat to it. You know, yes, Snoop is giving his flowers to all his loved ones that's still here. Corrupt was shouting out Nate Dogg and all his dead homies, and he said, this is something you can't rewind. I think about you. You're always on my mind, from the floor to the ceiling. I think about my mama, Sharon and Brown Williams. Love this joint.
Yeah, I love this joint too.
And you had Butch Cassidy
And the
also that
last
was
track,
on the show. He killed it also.
oh yes, facts. And the last track is Who's the Hardest featuring Lady of Rage and RBX. Fire, fire, fire joint. You know what I'm saying? Primo definitely did his thing on the beat. It's like a nice little posse cut and everything like that too. With all these cats. Honestly, I definitely felt like Rage had the illest first. Her and Primo had the best chemistry, minus
Yeah,
the Necessary Roughness album though. But
we need
yeah,
that
this one was
album.
hot.
We need that album, Primo. We need that Rage and Primo album for sure. You know, um, I think she and RBX had the best verses. I think RBX killed it. Snoop was great too. That's he went last. Everybody did their thing, but Rage. This is a track that everybody's talking about right now, and Rage her verse, and she said, I will wrap the cowgons around you, Decepticons. You can wish on a leprechaun. Can fuck with my lexicon. My word plays bird of prey. The whole song is just a swan. You were straight till you fell in the lake with a megalodon. Loved her verse. She sounds hungry again. Like I said, we got to get that Primo and Rage album. I know she's been sick over the years, and do it now. Do it now before it's too late. Like let's get her that official album that people want to hear from her out there. You know what I'm saying? And the video just came out for this. I love it. And it's to have Primo on a Dog Pound album, and it's the last track, and he killed it. This is one of the better Primo joints in a couple years. That you know what I'm saying. A lot of this shit that he's dropped recently, I haven't cared for. But this is like one of those Primo joints that yo, like you give us this with Rage, a whole Rage album. This is gonna be a classic.
Yeah, I agree. Overall, this album is a fire ass, banging ass album, in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? What I liked about this album was they just went back to the root of the 2024 twist. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like they just picked up right after Dog Food, in my personal opinion. And they all did their thing on this joint. Not a weak track. You know, I'm gonna definitely give this a 4.5 out of 5.
I'm gonna take a page out of what Snoop said at the '95 Source was. Y'all ain't got no love for the Dog Crown for Death Row. Where all the people that's supposed to be here when we talk about a West Coast album? I don't see them. You know what I'm saying? I see Q's the only one that's commenting. I don't see nobody else up in here when we usually talk about a West Coast album. Everybody else show up. We talk about a Dog Crown album, nobody shows up. Like that makes no sense to me. But I think this is the best album out right now for me. Best rap album out right now, easily. You know what I'm saying? Like there's been some other great releases this year. Rock Marcy album was great. We're definitely gonna talk about that, soon. You know, I know it's still early, it's June, but right now, this is the best rap album out right now. This is the one I've been playing the most. The production was great, and Daz didn't even do the production. He let everybody else handle the production, and Snoop wanted him to just focus on being an MC, being an artist. And I know like the next Dog Pound album is gonna be him and Superfly to do the beats. But this album is the best album right now. You know what I'm saying? Dartmouth, I don't even want to hear from you because you ain't comment the whole damn show. Now you want to say shit. That's fake. And any other time when we do a West Coast album, all these niggas is up in here. Y'all don't show up for the Dog Pound album. Come on now, but y'all call yourself hip hop heads. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So like I was saying,
Talk
this
your
album
shit.
is the best album out right now. Huh?
Talk your shit.
Nah, but that's facts though. They show up for everything else. The minute we do a Dog Pound album, nobody shows up. But you want to ask stupid questions as usual. This is why I don't even answer your motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So for me, this is the best album out right now. It ain't about no fucking region. I don't want to hear about no East Coast or West Coast or South. It ain't about no region. It's the best album out right now for me. Period. I don't care what they were from. Best great production. They didn't hog up the whole album with features like a lot of these other albums do. It's 14 tracks. It's mainly them and Snoop, highlighted on choruses and verses. I love it. You know what I'm saying? This is the Dog Pound album we've been waiting for since Dog Food. You know what I'm saying? Like Cali's Actor was dope, and those other projects. I love them in general because I just think they're underrated. That a lot of people don't mention. Everybody else mentions Mobb Deep and CNN. They great, but a lot of people forgot about the Dog Pound.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you wasn't there in the '90s, then you really don't know shit about the Dog Pound. You have to actually be there to know how significant they was to Death Row and to West Coast hip hop. And to see them back in the mix with Snoop Dogg and got Snoop running things at Death Row and doing it the right way. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. I think it's great for hip hop and they need to be celebrated. You know what I'm saying? And this album is great. This album is great. It's gonna be one of my best albums of the year, like top three. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, like Mac Hami's album was dope. Rock Marcy, but Dog Crown for me, this is the album right here. So I don't want to hear no shit about East Coast. You East Coast, nah. We ain't thinking like that no more. It ain't about no region. It's hip hop is global now. Y'all motherfuckers gotta
Exactly.
get your mind out of your region. know what I'm saying? It ain't even if I don't co-sign it. If I'm telling you I love it. Everybody got their own opinion. I'm loving it. I don't care about what you think. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about what you think. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like they need to understand. Like we live in a society now where like when it comes to social media, people go by what another person say. Why? If you have your own mind, that's all that should matter. It ain't about what everybody else say. I could love the album and you could hate it. I love the album. So for me, it's the best rap album out right now. You know what I'm saying? Now there's many other albums coming out, Common and Pete Rock and whenever Nas and Primo, if they should drop their album, whatever. But I love this album. So I'm saying it's the best rap album out right now. Everybody used to say what they want. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's an album and it's being promoted the right way. They're dropping singles the right way. They're gonna do the tour the right way. That's how it should be done. Not you just drop one single on streaming and then what? People supposed to just know about the album. You know what I'm saying? They've been on Drink Champs. They've been on K-Day doing interviews. They've been all over. That's how you promote your album, your product, or whatever that you got coming out. You know what I'm saying? And this is a different Dog Pound. They're more mature. From Dog Food and this album is totally different. They're more mature now. They're talking about grown man things, and I think it's great. I think it's a great album. Like I said, I think it's the best album since Dog Food. You know what I'm saying? And props to Snoop Dogg for bringing it back a legendary label like Death Row and signing artists again like October London, like the Dog Pound, and he's doing it the right way, man. I love it. I love to see that for hip hop. That's what we need.
I agree.
Every almost every song on here could have been a single or should be a single to me. There's a lot of joints on here that should be singles, and hopefully we get that. You know what I'm saying? Like House Party, Grown Up. Need Some Space. The title track. I think all those should be singles. I love it. But y'all motherfuckers don't show up when we do the Dog Pound album. Y'all show up for everything else. If we do a Gangstar discography breakdown, the whole chat will be flooded. Am I lying, Reg?
You ain't lying.
We do a Gangstar breakdown tomorrow. Everybody gonna be up in here. We do a Dog Pound album. Nobody shows up. But y'all hip hop heads though, right? Make it make sense.
It's funny. Like shit.
You know what I mean? They come on here and they ask us to do Sci-Hi the Prince, this and that. Where they at? Those same people is asking for those reviews. Where y'all at?
Who asked for that? But yeah, you still want to do the top part one of the hip hop groups?
When are you doing that?
Oh, I thought you want to do that.
You want to do that tonight?
Well, we can
do that tonight.
Yeah, let's do that tonight. Yeah, I gotta go to the gym anyway.
You're gonna see how many people show up for that though. When we say top 30 groups, the whole chat gonna be flooded. Dog Pound album, nobody here.
That's how they do. Other than that, this has been a fun ass review. We're gonna come back tonight. We're gonna do Force MD's first album. Let's see how much people show up for that one, try.
Exactly.
Shit. Let's see how much people show up for that one. It'll be like Force MD's. Who are they?
Yeah, they don't know about Force MD's though. Nobody gonna show up for that. Top 30 groups all time. Whole chat gonna be flooded for that. I guarantee
it. Shit. Other than that, y'all make sure y'all support. Y'all make sure y'all stream this album. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come back probably about 11 o'clock. Anything you want to say before we head out?
I fuck with real hip hop heads, not fickle ones.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Don't ask us to do reviews and motherfuckers don't show up. Oh, you
That
need to
part.
review this album, and none of these motherfuckers is here, but they the ones asking us to do shit.
That's why we want to accept that money before all that bullshit. But all right, child. I'm gonna talk to you later.
All right.
Peace.